so what I've got here is a DC coaxial power plug. It's from Radio Shack, and it's just going to allow me to quickly plug my power adapter into my wiper motor without having to directly wire it to the power plug. Just need to unscrew this here, take the housing off. You have like this, and you'll have this short spot with a hole, and then this long one. The short one closest here in the center, that's your hot, and then this long one back here, this hole, this is your negative. So I'm going to take my red wire. I've got spare wire here. This is actually off of an old power supply. So I'm going to take the red wire, and you're going to get it stripped and nice and neat, and run it up through this hole here in the middle, like that, and then just bend it forward. And then the black one, here on the side, and I'm just going to wrap it down, and that's fine. And then this here is a little clamp. Let me get something to close that. This will help hold the wires together while we're soldering. And there we go. And there you go. So now we're going to just put a casing back on, and then I'll probably put a dab of hot glue down in this hole, so that way it's not just a big opening. And so then all we have to do here is splice these wires here, and then connect the negative to the negative on our wiper motor, and the positive to the positive on our wiper motor, plug in our power supply, and we're good to go. Alright, so I'm done with the box and the cam and everything, so it's time to add all the extras like the speakers and the lights. So let's start off by taking my main power cord that's going in. I've already got a hole drilled out for the power cord. I'm going to kind of lay that right there. And then I've got these cheap speakers, just a laptop speaker set from Walmart. Use some of this to keep it in place. Okay. For these, take some Velcro. And this is my MP3 player that I use. I just found this at a random pawn shop for like $10. Little 1 gig MP3 player to run my sounds off of. And finally, I'm going to use a rope light, a red rope light. Alright, everything looks done. Let me clean up here a little bit. But we've got our speaker right here, or our subwoofer right here with our speakers right here, plugged into our MP3 player, which is plugged in over here to our power cord. We've got our lights rigged up all along here, plugged into the power cord. We have the motor connected to the cam, which is then up here with the cam follower. Now actually I do need to glue that down. Let me grab some glue. Alright, so I've just got some crazy glue and I'm going to glue on this bolt on here on the cam follower. You could obviously use Loctite, but I don't have that around. This is what I have around. Just make sure this is still spinning good. Alright, that's about good. I also want to say that I did raise my cam when I first installed it. I didn't like the clearance that I was getting here. I wanted a little bit more height, a little bit more slam to the lid. So I raised this all up. And now I'd say the cam is only about maybe a 1/4 inch below the top of the lid. So it slams a lot harder now. Okay, so we're all done here. And when I plug these cords in, we should have a finished monster in the box. This is a motion sensor that I've got rigged up to trigger my Halloween props. It's at the test mode, so it should come on for about 4 seconds. I've made a tutorial on how to make this, so I'll put a link to that somewhere here in the video. Let's go ahead and plug this in. And there we go. That's pretty cool. Maybe let me unplug some of these lights. There you go, guys. That's how you make a monster in the box. I am going to add a fog machine to it, but I'm going to wait until Halloween's over so I can get one on a discount. But this is how you make a monster in a box. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If this helped you out, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. See you guys.